It is 8:30 p.m. exactly on Sunday, April 6, 2025. I'm still down here waiting for all the psycho trash who hate stalk women who don't want to have anything to do with them to disperse from the front stairwell and areas outside the building, where a whole bunch of them just left the building as soon as I left my unit. There's always problems outside on the street from the psycho trash that sit in cars, screaming and shouting and blasting music and harassing people who walk by. I really don't feel like dealing with that right now. However, for the record, I just left a second voicemail for the Greenville group just now at 8:30 p.m. because the voicemail that I left at 11 o'clock this morning, none of the issues I mentioned have been resolved. Issue number one that I mentioned, lack of heat. There was no heat in the unit this morning. It was really cold. It did warm up a little bit through the afternoon, and that's when the inspector from Inspectional Services chose to show up at 3 p.m. And when she showed up at 3 p.m., she did note that there was no heat in any of the baseboard pipes in my unit, but that because the temperature in the unit was 70 degrees, 2 degrees above the cutoff for a code violation, she could not issue a code violation. She did tell me to call back once the temperatures outside drop and the temperature in the unit would drop as well, since there's no heat in the pipes. And she did note that there's no heat in the unit, but that the temperature was 70. The other thing, Irizarry, Greenville's paid, sponsored, hate-stalking psychopath, has been going to town for the last 2 days now with her electronic assault device that she herself has bragged about using on social media in multiple written comments, threatening that she is placing it on a tripod and aiming this device at my head, and that she is getting paid a lot of money to do this. The Greenville group have refused to address the behavioral criminality of Jasmine Irizarry's daily activities and acts, and the fact that she's constantly in the bathroom of 78, smacking things against the wall and doxing her own physical presence in the mostly vacant, intermittently empty bathroom of 78. And she herself has admitted to using the device that I keep experiencing as being used on myself. It always starts at my head as I keep reporting and experiencing. From one moment to the next, I'm feeling perfectly fine, and then I literally get slammed in the head by this directed energy device that makes my eyeballs feel like they're about to pop out and causes immediate ear-splitting pain and an intense pressure throughout the entire head that turns into a burning sensation that then goes down your entire body and makes you feel like you're being squeezed and put on fire. So they're refusing to address this. And then the third issue is that I can't use the water to my tap because throughout the afternoon, while I've been doing hand washing and filling up of water bottles, the water has suddenly become really thick, oily, and slimy, and has an intermittent foul stench that never happens when I go down the hall to use the tap in the common bathroom, even when I'm rinsing off the same exact item in the common bathroom that I'm trying to rinse off under my own sink. There's never any stench coming out of the tap of the common bathroom, which means that this is a location-specific, deliberate contamination of the water to my tap, as Jasmine Irizarry herself has also admitted to engaging in on social media, claiming that she's not using a saddle valve, but that she is putting boogers in the water to my tap, and I should enjoy the boogers in my hair. Case closed. I don't even need to prove anything when the person who I keep suspecting of doing these things admits to doing them in writing on social media, bragging that she's getting paid to do this kind of thing by her sponsors at the Greenville group, specifically Mr. Oleg Aleseyev, who himself has admitted that Jasmine Irizarry is a very talented criminal who, as he put it, quote, can hack into anything. She is so good, she can take care of anything. Not only did he dox himself as a sponsor of criminal behavior, but he's also a sociopath, because who in their right mind would brag about the criminal abilities of the low-life career thugs that they're using to do their dirty work? But then again, you know, he's from, I don't know, a part of the world where maybe using criminals to do your dirty work is kind of an admirable thing. I don't know. I'm only speculating. He seems to think it's perfectly okay, and that's why he keeps making braggadocious comments about his use of Jasmine Irizarry's, quote, talented abilities.